Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys about something completely different from what I do on this channel. Like, I don't talk about games at all, but I'm taking an opportunity to talk about it right now because this relates to the MCU and my perspective on superhero movies and superhero stuff in general. So I just kind of wanted to talk about, as you can see the title, how Marvel Rivals actually reignited my love for Marvel comic books and the MCU in general. So for those of you guys who do not know me, by the way, if you're coming from like Marvel Rivals or whatever, you're just like, you know, you're just playing a game and you're looking at Rivals videos. I do film and television critiques and reactions on this channel and breakdowns as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, you know, and I do trailer reactions as well, and just discussions of comic book stuff and just film and TV in general. So if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, make sure to check out the other videos on this channel. So that being said, I've done so much content on this channel relating to superhero movies and comic book movies in general, and after a while things started to get a little muddied and very like just boring for me, if you will. I started to get tired, and people talk about superhero fatigue and burnout. I think I started to experience that a lot, and I just wasn't really excited about a lot of the Marvel projects coming out. Like, even when they announced Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, which is another video I have planned to talk about in the channel because I haven't publicly shared my thoughts on that fully yet, but it'll be coming soon. When they announced that, I was just kind of like, okay, you know, like it didn't get me hyped like it did back in the day. Like, if you watch any of the reactions, if some of you guys have been here for a very long time, you've seen that I would just be super excited about whatever was coming out, whatever Marvel project was coming out. I was just always hyped, super excited, and a lot of that just kind of died down for me. I just wasn't feeling the excitement anymore. And a lot of that, you would think that it comes with age and everything like that, but I don't even think that's the case. I just felt like the level of storytelling and the inflated amount of content that we've been getting with superhero things had just been a little bit too much, and the quality just wasn't there, especially after Endgame. I'm like, it just wasn't the same for me. That being said, there was a couple things here and there that came out that had me hyped. There was the Batman that came out. I was super excited about the Batman, things like that. But as this relates to Marvel, I was starting to lose my love for Marvel. I grew up reading comic books. If you look at my set, there's a lot of comic books in the background. I've always grown up with comic books. My grandfather put me on the comic books when I was a kid. I was just so deep into comic books. I have a lot of them. I had both a Marvel Unlimited subscription and a DC, at the time it was DC Infinite, I believe it was called, subscription. I would go to the comic book store. I met one of my best friends who was at my wedding as well. Like, one of my best friends in the entire world. Like, I met him at a comic book store when I first started the channel. Like, I was doing videos interviewing people for Free Comic Book Day, and that's how I met my friend Dylan. Like, you know, the comic books was a huge part of my life, and I just started to feel a lot of my love for it to go away. Now, Marvel Rivals, I saw the beta come out and there was ramblings about it, and I never really played any hero shooter games. I just wasn't really into them. I played a little bit of Overwatch back in the day. I did stream a little bit on my Twitch channel at the time, and it was just like, whatever. I was never really good at aiming games. I was never really good at games that required you to have proper aim. I just wasn't good at it, especially when I transitioned over to mouse and keyboard. I just wasn't good at it, but I wanted to work on it, wanted to get better. I've always been a gamer, and my main game that I primarily have played for like the last 3.5, maybe going 4 years or so, has been Final Fantasy 14. That has been the game that I've played the most of, and it's MMOs and ARPGs. Those games, and just normal RPGs in general, those games are the games that I spent a lot of my time. When I'm not filming videos, I spend a lot of my time, a lot of my free time just playing those games. So hero shooters wasn't really my thing, but you know, it's Marvel. I'm like, okay, this might be kind of cool. So I saw videos on it or whatever, and actually, like, I was gonna download the game prior to this, and then speaking of my friend Dylan, he was like, you know, and I had my friend Donnie as well, was both like, yo, you want to hop on Rivals? Want to play Rivals? Want to play Rivals? And I saw the announcement. I was going to try it out anyway, but, you know, I figured I'd download it and try it with them. So I downloaded it, tried it with them, and oh man, like, it changed everything for me. It changed the way that I viewed hero shooters. It changed the way that I viewed this type of genre of game. It changed everything. And not only that, how this relates to my love for superheroes is that there was the lore section. So obviously, you know, me, I gotta go check it out. So I checked out the lore. I started playing the game. I started looking at how the voice actors were really getting into the roles. And then now I've sunk over so many hours into this game. I play ranked, and I'm climbing up. Right now, I'm climbing up to gold. Right now, I'm like 1 rank away from gold. Right now, I did gold 3 last season, trying to climb up to diamond this season, okay? So I've been climbing, I've been practicing, I've been playing a lot of my free time outside of making videos. Like when I'm making videos, when I'm done making videos and I'm done working here, I go straight on Rivals and I'm hopping on Rivals. I'm there, I've been grinding Rivals and I've been playing it. And what I noticed was my excitement and my love for superheroes and superhero stories in general just started to increase again. It started to come back. I started to feel like how I felt back in like 2018, 2019, 2016. Like I started to feel excited again. I wanted to, there's certain characters that I'd never really paid attention to that I'm like, you know what, maybe I want to read more about that stuff. And then obviously on the channel, my wife and I, we've been reacting to the X-Men stuff, and then, you know, we're going to continue with that. But in general, I've been like really into the X-Men. So I'm like, let me go ahead and do that. So I actually resubscribed to Marvel Unlimited, which I didn't see that coming. And obviously this is some, you know, tactic from the game. You know, Disney, they want people to resubscribe. They want people to subscribe to the comic books. But in general, I found myself reading comic books again. I found myself feeling that love and that passion for comic book stories again. I wanted to be invested in this world, and I just slowly, and I'm here again. And it's so exciting. I'm excited about Marvel movies coming out again. I'm excited about what's going to be happening. Like, I honestly really feel that Marvel Rivals has saved my love for superhero movies, specifically for Marvel. As weird as it sounds, and as funny as it may sound to some of you, this game, I believe, honestly saved my passion, or whatever lingering passion that I've had for the MCU, for Marvel comic books, and for Marvel products in general. I've been more and more excited every day. Like when I'm done working, all I want to do is play Rivals and surround myself with Marvel content again. Deep diving into the Krakoan era of comic books. I'm reading a lot of X-Men right now. I'm reading a ton of X-Men. Okay, I'm reading a lot of Dr.Strange. You know, like I play a lot of Dr. Strange, I play a lot of tanks, play a lot of healers, I play a little bit of everything. But like I said, I have so many hours into this game. Like I main Storm, I've been maining Storm like, you know, prior to season 1. So I have so many hours in this game, but it really ignited my love. And I've always loved Storm as well as a character too. She's like always been my favorite X-Men. She's always been one of my top 5 favorite characters. I mean, like if you guys have followed over the years, I've always loved, especially like Black Panther and Storm's relationship in the comic books is something that I've always really loved. But in general, I'm rambling now. And this video is more of a ramble anyway. But the point is that I never thought that this game would really reignite my love for comic books. I'm reading it every night. Like literally as soon as I'm done, I'm reading comic books. Like I'm actively just so excited reading comic books again. I never thought that would happen again. Like I literally thought I was just probably getting really old, or like, you know, I'm approaching my 30s, my early 30s. I'm approaching my 30s. I'm a couple of years away from my 30s. And I'm like, maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe they do say, you know, you grow out of it, but no, like once you're part of it, you're part of it forever. So I am honestly really just thankful to Marvel Rivals that it has came around, and the game is actually just honestly really good. Like it irritates me to all hell, especially if you're playing ranked, or, you know, you're playing certain roles and you get certain teams and the comp isn't good. It's really bad, and like it makes you rage and want to scream and yell and pull your hair out, but at the same time you love the game. Like you just love it. And also I just really love the lore that they've put into the game. There's so much lore in this game. If you actually are a comic book fan, go and read those lore pages. They're really good. It's a lot of fun. There's a comic book series as well on Marvel Unlimited that you can read alongside it as well. I mean, the story that and the world that they've built with this, and taking some of my favorite stories and adapting them again, like the Krakoan era of comic books for X-Men is heavily being adapted, and I think they leaked the map coming up soon. You know, and even having like the Fantastic Four, that's gonna tie into the movie. So there's a lot going on here, and I'm just overall really happy with this game. I'm really happy that it reignited my love for comic books. And if you guys have a similar story in the comments, please let me know if you're feeling the same way as I am, if this game has done or changed anything for you guys, if you like it or hate it. I don't know, you might not even be into hero shooters, but if you're a Marvel fan, I think you should try out Marvel Rivals. I think you'll have a really fun time playing the game, especially like all of the characters work like the way they work in the comic books to some degree. Like they play the way they're supposed to be played, or the way you would imagine them. So it's a lot of fun, guys. I would highly recommend checking it, especially with all how crazy, you know, the world is right now. It's a good distraction. It's a good way to help, you know, make you feel, you know, cool off a little bit. It's fun. So anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, I don't really make videos discussing games or anything like that. That's not what I do on this channel, but I figured, you know, this relates to the MCU, it relates to Marvel, so I figured I'll just take the opportunity and talk about it really quickly. And that's it. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Clockmaster out.